Welcome to Appointy Tutorials. Now, when I was covering the Staff tab, I forgot to cover a couple of details in the Availability tab. So I would be covering those in this video. So once again, to add the availability, we have two separate options, regular and irregular hours. Now on irregular hours, as I mentioned earlier, these would repeat themselves weekly. When you click on the pencil icon, you would see this plus sign over here. So you can add breaks to a particular schedule. Let's say, for example, if on a Wednesday, so let me just remove that. So on a Wednesday, the shift starts at 8 a.m. and then at 12 noon, let's say there's a lunch break for 2 hours. So you would start the first slot at 8 a.m. and end at 12 noon. Then you would click on this plus sign and then you would begin the second slot at 2 p.m. and end at 5 p.m. Now, one more thing that you need to take in consideration is that the 8 a.m. is the starting slot, which means the first appointment can be booked at 8 a.m. and the last slot is 5 p.m., which means the last appointment would end at 5 p.m. So if you have a service which is 60 minutes long, the last available slot that the customers would see is going to be 4 p.m. Again, if you want to repeat it for multiple services, you just click on the name of the service over here. You would see the list of services. You can select both the services. If you have more than 2 services, let's say 10-15 services, you can click on select all. You can also click on deselect all, then scroll down and click on done. Now, if you want to repeat this same schedule for multiple staff members, we do have the option to repeat for other staff members. Again, you can choose the staff members and you have the select all and deselect all at the top. Also, if you have more than, let's say, an X number of staff members, which makes you scroll a lot, you can search for the staff over here. The same goes for the service tab. You have the search service button over here. Now, once I've made my choices, I just review them and click on update. Now, the same goes for irregular hours. Again, you can add multiple slots in the same day. So from 12 noon to, let's say, 2 p.m. and then we click on the plus sign and then there's a break from 2 to 4 and then from 4 to 6. Again, you can click on the start date, select multiple days. You can also repeat it on specific days. So if I click on repeat on other days, I can then select whether it's going to be daily, alternate days, weekly, and on weekly, if I click on select days, I can then choose which days of the week do I want to select this. Let's say Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I just click outside that box and then I click on until date. So date is a clickable button. You click on that and then you can choose till when. So if I choose till November 30th, every Tuesday and Thursday weekly, this time slot is going to be open. After November 30th, this time slot is not going to be available. So we have weekly, bi-weekly, every month on 12th, every month on the second Tuesday, and then you can do a custom repeat as well. Repeat every 10 days, 15 days, so on and so forth. When I click on select, let me select this one and click on next. Now, one thing that you need to make sure, the system won't allow both selecting multiple days and repeating weekly hours. So you can do either one of those. If I select this, you see the other one disappears. So if I uncheck those, I have repeat. So that is there, plus the additional time will be opened irrespective of staff hours, which means if the staff has blocked any times, you can still show these time slots. So you click on add. Then we have the list view where you can see all the irregular hours that you have added. You can delete them. Unfortunately, you cannot edit any irregular hours that have been added. So if you want to make any changes, you would need to delete that irregular hour first and then add the new updated hours. Now, this would not remove or delete any appointments that have been booked prior. So if some, let's say for example, your new schedule starts at 12 in the noon and the previous one had started at 9 in the morning and you have an appointment at 10 a.m., that appointment is still going to be there. So you'll have to manually reschedule or cancel that appointment and let the customer know. Then we have the block time. So again, you can block certain dates, you can block certain times. Now, if I might have not mentioned this, you can block only certain time slots, one day at a time, and you can do one slot at a time as well. So you can't have multiple slots, you can't have multiple days. A workaround for this is the calendar tab. So if you have synchronized your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar, and if you create an event, it will block that time on Appointy. So that's what I think I missed. If you have any questions, obviously you can initiate a chat with any one of our agents and they would explain this again to you. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.